Jim Jordan could subpoena Jack Smith, get him in front of the congressional committee and start asking him questions. Let's sweat that rat out. I'm Doug TenNapel. This is the Doug TenNapel channel, and we're all in exile. Thank you for joining. This is where the happy patriots are. Of course, you should subscribe. Of course, leave a comment below. Do you think anything legal is going to happen? Is there going to be any prosecution against Jack Smith? Watch this.
What Biden-Harris special counsel Jack Smith has done here is a direct violation of the Department of Justice's a manual for their federal prosecutors and agents, which makes it unlawful for them to take action for the purpose of interfering with an election.
And what better? Of course, it's to interfere with an election. I don't know how you argue your way around it because, like we've been saying for over a year now, it is all about the timing. So that's the proof that it's interfering in an election. But what will happen to Jack Smith?
And that is exactly what Jack Smith has done here by filing this one-sided 165-page political document out of order, highly irregular, as the judge acknowledged before she went ahead and did this Obama judge.
Okay, we've gone over that before already, that it was highly irregular. That's Mike Davis. Fine. By the way, he used to clerk for Gorsuch, so he knows what he's talking about.
This is a political assassination attempt by Jack Smith.
Should he... The question has been debated, should he be disbarred? Because CNN's top legal analyst, Elie Honig, and CBS legal analysts say this prejudiced the headlines against Trump. That this was Elie Honig calling it a cheap shot.
Not just a cheap shot, but they could disbar Jack Smith. That's the thing to look forward to. If Trump wins, they can go after Jack Smith. It'll all turn against him real quick when he gets exposed. We get a Department of Justice that isn't just trying to get Kamala Harris elected and get Trump to lose.
Saying he violated ordinary Justice Department procedures and principles just to get Trump before the election. He says there's no defending Smith's conduct. It's legally and politically prejudicial to Trump. And then Judge Chutkan is also on the hot seat for doing this, before the election. This grand jury testimony is yet to be adjudicated.
Let's get Chutkan removed also while we're at it. But now they're going to get to it, but they want Jim Jordan to bring in Jack Smith.
It's outside of a trial setting. It basically was not subject to the rules of evidence or cross-examination.
I just want to emphasize that again. It's outside of, so before they were able to cross-examine this document, it went out to the public. So that never happens because, for all you know, it could have all kinds of stuff in there that's not true, hasn't been cross-examined, hasn't been allowed to give its fair play. And he's already doing publicity with it as if hanging Trump with it as if he's guilty of this indictment. That's the new document dump that he did. And Chutkan never should have let him do it. It had to get her approval for he had to prove to her that it was okay to do. And she said it's against precedent, but okay. So she's guilty too.
House Judiciary Chairman Jim Jordan should issue a subpoena tomorrow for Jack Smith and put him in a hot seat, put him in front of the cameras and make Jack Smith explain why he directly violated the Justice Department manual.
He has to. So I want you guys to use this video to send a message out to Jim Jordan. Say you have to subpoena Jack Smith. Why is that important? Because Jack Smith will probably be held in contempt. He'll probably not show up, right? He'll go, nah, how about no? Well, then they can throw him in prison like the Democrats did to Navarro. You got to up the stakes. So we can only get Jack Smith in prison if they do this subpoena. And then they may do contempt of Congress. He just ignores them, doesn't show up, and then they can further ratchet it up, and then eventually try him and throw him in prison, like Steve Bannon, like Navarro, lock him up. That's if Trump wins. Make sure that you register to vote. I'm Doug in exile.